Okay. Good evening, one and all. Today, we will discuss about how to write a technical paper, writing technical papers in English. Myself, Dr. Balaji Maram, Professor and Dean PhD Program, SR University of Warangal, Telangana. These are my details. So, Miss, what is the structure of a technical paper? Here, the paper starts with the title, then keywords, abstract, introduction, literature survey or literature review, next methodology, results, discussion, and conclusion. Now we start with the title. What about the paper title, technical paper or research paper title? What are the good title characteristics and examples of good and bad titles? Good title characteristics. This says precisely what the paper is about. Each short does not have multiple subclasses. These are different types of characteristics of a good title. Means the title should tell each and everything about that particular paper. In such a way, we need to prepare and finalize the title. Second one is it should be like short, not so short. It should be like moderate short, not too lengthy, not too short. It is like moderate. Third one does not have multiple subclasses. We will discuss. These are the examples of a good title. Next, impact of information technology on agriculture commodity auctions in India. Miss tells her readers precisely what the paper is about. It is simple word and meaningful, and it is like moderate, not too long, too short. Right, okay. Second one, a review of component-based software development. It is like a little bit good title. It is like short. Comparatively, first one, second one is short. These are the examples of good titles. What about bad titles? Means suggestible. Mobilizing informational social capital in cyberspace, online social networks, and knowledge sharing. Is it okay? Here it is a combination of different topics. There is no clarity, it is not clear what the paper contains. And multiple possibilities is presented in the title. Is it okay? The title should belongs to a single point, not for multiple points. And second one, rewrite online social networks and knowledge sharing. Now it is a little bit meaningful and suggestible. And generate paper titles from abstracts. Okay, so here. So when any researcher or any reader checks the title, the reader should get some points related to the paper. Miss the paper belongs to which topic, which which subtopic, what is the importance, what is the domain. Is it okay? So by observing the title, the reader should get something about the paper. Is it okay? And the title should be moderate. Already I have given one point in earlier slides. Now, what about remaining points? Please count the number of words. Okay. So here, number of words are moderate, not so much, not so less. Okay, less is better, but very less is not suggestible. Second one is count the number of clauses. Definitely, it is also multiple clauses should not be entertainable in a single title. If multiple clauses are there, you need to prepare multiple titles, multiple papers. Is it okay? You should not include multiple clauses in a single miss paper. Is it okay? Because every paper should be strongly bites with a single clause, single point, single research topic. Is it okay? Next, does the title accurately describe the paper? We need to check this point also. The fourth one, is the title specific? Definitely, the title should be specific to a single point. Next, once the title is ready, once the title is finalized, then we should take care about abstract. It okay? Title is okay. Title gives some points related to what is the domain, what is the topic, what research is there. Everything it explains. But when the reader tries to get more information, but from the title, it is not possible. Definitely, we should go for the next component, that is abstract. Abstract. Abstract, definitely, it is a combination of maybe some 6 to 10 lines, 6 to 10 sentences. Maybe it may contain 120 words to 150 words. Definitely, the abstract should explain what are the main topics in that particular paper, what are the main achievements, what are the main algorithms or methods, what about the results. Everything should be available, and everything is available in the form of one sentence or two sentences only. Is it okay? So that is nothing but abstract. So here, abstract. What is the purpose? What should be an abstract? Common problems. Difference between abstract and introduction. Examples: good abstract and poor abstracts. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of a abstract? First one, get paper accepted. Definitely, when we are doing a research and when we have done some practical implementation, and definitely there is a need to prepare a paper. After paper preparation, we are trying to publish our paper in a conference or journal. So after submission, we are waiting for acceptance from the reviewer or the journal editor. So in such scenario, the first point is get paper accepted. Get paper accepted. Okay? Means our paper should be reviewed and accepted by the international reviewers and editors. So, in such a way, we need to prepare the abstract. Okay? So, here the first point, when a reviewer reads your paper, they form an image of what it is about from the title and abstract only. Means usually every reviewer, usually they are reading the title. If title is attractive, definitely they will check the abstract. If the abstract is good, then they will go for the remaining content of the paper. So in this scenario, paper title and paper abstract plays a vital role for acceptance. Second one, the reviewer uses this impression to interpret the rest of the information in the paper. So without checking the entire paper, he simply checks the abstract only, and abstract in such a way where it explains each and every point of the entire paper. And the third point, if the abstract is disorganized or incomplete, this paper will leave reviewer with initial impression of a paper that may be hard to change. Definitely, it creates some bad impression on your paper, even though the content of the paper is good. When abstract is not up to mark, right? Okay, so that is the main problem with disorganized or incomplete abstract. Next, that is first point. Second point, get paper cited by others. Suppose you have done some good practical implementation and you got good results comparatively the existing technology, existing papers. Your paper is published. But what about next step? Next step is your paper should be read by other readers, other researchers, and your paper should be cited by other papers and other researchers. That is the next target. So in such scenario also, the abstract plays a vital role. So when your abstract is attractive, definitely your paper will get citations. Citations means your paper will be referred by many researchers and many readers. The first point, researchers are busy people. Definitely, every researcher, including myself, definitely every researcher are very busy. In such scenario, to read the entire paper, it is a like time-consuming process. In such scenario, the researchers simply fix the title and abstract only. If those are attractive, definitely they will read the entire paper. So that is the reason our abstract should be attractive. Is it okay? Often they do not read entire papers, only the abstract. A good abstract will help a busy researchers to skim your paper and possibly get you cited. And many such programs should do a keyword in contest set so that the words in abstract help your paper to be found. And abstract after abstract usually we are including at least 5 to 8 keywords. So what the use of a keyword based on the when we are searching something based on the keywords only. So when the keywords are very attractive, very good, definitely your paper will be visible during the search of a keyword. Suppose when you are searching for machine learning algorithms, so when keywords are perfect, definitely you will get all machine learning algorithms. So in such a way, definitely the keywords plays a vital role. Next one, what should be in an abstract? So abstract is like 120 to 150 words. Is it okay? So whatever you want, you can include. But the size of the abstract should be like 120 is good. 150 up to 150 it is okay. So this is the range. So the abstract establish the topic of the research. Establish the topic of the research. Okay. Definitely, means related to research, it gives some important points about your main object of the paper. Your abstract should give what is the research problem or what is the main object of the paper. Means you are preparing some paper, but before that you need to define what is the main objective of the paper. Okay, third one, indicate the methods used. Means what type of methods or algorithms you have used for preparing this particular paper. Fourth one, present the main research findings. Means you have done some research and you have found or you have achieved something during your research. So in such scenario, definitely you need to present the main research findings. Last point, present the paper's conclusions. Uh, conclusion means not like a paper conclusion, it is like one or two sentences of conclusion of the paper. So these are the points should be included by the abstract. What are the main problems with the abstract? Usually, different researchers are preparing different types of abstracts. But whatever it may be, these are the problems during preparation of the abstract. Is it okay? So first one, that is too long. Too long means already I told the abstract size should be like 120 words to 150 words only. If it is 250 words or 300 words or 500 words, we say it is not look like abstract. Is it okay? Abstract means it should be like simple and a little bit less content. It is not so big. 500 words means it is meaningless. Means such abstracts are not entertainable. Okay. Second one, too much detail. You know, too much detail means abstract means just simple points. In a simple way, simple points should be included. Just names of the algorithms or main results. Those things only. Not so much of information included in a abstract. Third point, too short also. Means abstract should be like moderate, means 120 words to 150 words. It is not like 50 words. Okay, 50 words are not entertainable. That is not called as a abstract. Is it okay? So no, it should not too short. Fourth point, failure to include the important information like objective of the research. Definitely, objective of the research should be included in a abstract. Then only the readers will come to know what type of problem is handled by that particular research paper. And the second point is methodology. What type of methodology you have proposed, okay, in that particular paper. Okay, these 2 points should be included, but most of the abstracts are not having these two important points. First one is objective of research. Second one is methodology. Next, this is a general structure of a paper. I am read. I am read. It okay? So here, okay. Anyway, first of all, the paper starts with title. Next, author of the paper or authors of the paper. Next one is abstract. Next one is keyword. That is head of the paper. We can say head of the paper. Okay. Next one, introduction. We will discuss all these things in detail. Introduction. Next one is methods or methodology. Next one is results. After results, there is a need of discussion. Then conclusion. This is called I am read. Next, last, the paper ends with references. Means where you have which paper, which list of papers you have referred. Means you need to mention the list of referred papers. You have referred some 20 papers, or you have referred some 50 papers, or 100 papers, 200 papers. You need to write those references. It okay? So the paper starts with the title, the paper ends with references. In between, you can find author details, author name, designation, affiliation, email ID. Then abstract. Abstract means 120 words to 150 words. Next, keywords. Next, introduction part. Next, methodology. Next, results. After results, you can write discussion on the result. The next component is conclusion. After conclusion, you need to write all references where you have referred, which paper you have referred. Okay, this is called the structure I am read structure. Okay, this is the main difference between the sciences paper and humanities papers. What about first one, abstract, abstract? Both are same. There is no difference in abstract part. The second part is gap. Gap means you need to write some introduction. Introduction means you need to give some basic information. Then you need to write what is the gap, where is the gap, that is about introduction. Next, context means what are the existing technology. Suppose in the sciences paper, literature survey and background. In humanities paper, same literature review, history, maximum history. Okay, there is less part of background, but maximum is history. Next, methodology part. In sciences part, there is a need of methodology. Means we need to propose some methodology, some innovative process or procedure, that is called methodology. Whereas a humanities paper may contain some researchers' perspective and some theories only. Okay, that is the difference between sciences paper and humanities paper. Next one, analytics, analysis. So in sciences paper, there is a need of some results part, because some practical implementation should be there, and from practical implementation, you need to give the result. Based on the result, there is a need of some discussion. Discussion means what are the differences between existing technology and your technology. That is related to sciences paper. But what about humanities? In humanities part, we cannot expect any practical implementation because it is strongly binds with the data analysis part only. Data analysis, there is no practical implementation, there is no discussion, only analysis part. And conclusion. Definitely, in both papers, conclusion plays a vital role. In sciences paper, we need to write conclusion and recommendations, means future enhancements. Means suppose the next researchers or some junior researchers should get some idea what type of means research scope is there, that is comes under recommendations, means we need to give some recommendations to the next researchers in what way they can continue with the same work. But in humanities there is no such recommendations. Whenever they want, they can download the data and they can analyze the data. That's it. The last one, same thing, references, bibliography, everything is same. There is no difference. So this is the comparison between sciences paper and humanities paper. Next, what is the difference between abstract and introduction? Already I told abstract may contain some 120 words to 150 words, and it is all about 6 to 10 sentences. That's it. That is abstract. But introduction means definitely there is a need to write what are the basic information is necessary for that particular paper, and what are the definitions are necessary for the paper for that particular paper, uh, and what are the basic methods are available, and what is the research gap we need to mention in introduction only, and we need to mention the forthcoming sections, miss handles what type of information, means uh, section, suppose section 3 methodology, section 4 results, and section 5 discussion, section 6 conclusion, like that we need to mention the forthcoming sections handles what type of topics. Means abstract may contain 120 words to 150 words, but introduction may contain, it depends actually, but usually it may contain 600 words, 800 words, 1000 words. It depends on the number of total number of pages. According to total number of pages, we can include more content in introduction part also. Okay, that is the difference between abstract and introduction. Next one, we will discuss about introduction in detail. So there the introduction. What is the purpose of the introduction? What are the common problems? How to organize the introductions? Examples of good introductions, examples of bad introductions. Problem, identifying the key elements of an introduction and fixing poor introductions. You know, these are next points we will discuss. First one, what about purpose of the introduction? Definitely to situate the research in its research field, to document why research being presented is important, to state the research problem the paper will solve, to present the steps that will be taken to solve the problem. This is the purpose of the introduction. Means what type of basic fundamental means details are required to understand the entire paper. That is first one. What are the basic formulas are necessary to understand the entire paper, and what are the basic methods are necessary to understand the entire paper. These things we need to provide some fundamental details about the research paper. Okay, so that is the purpose of the introduction. Next, what an introduction contains. First of all, the background for the research means what type of technology is existing. It okay? Suppose we are doing research on machine learning. Means what are the existing methodology before the machine learning. Okay? That is the first point. Second one, rationale for conducting the research. Next one, a description of the problem being solved. just a simple description. Suppose some problem we have identified. Definitely, we need to give few points about that particular problem. What is the main problem? Means why we are doing research like that. These steps the researcher will take to solve the problem. Means not only problem definition, we need to give few points about how to handle that problem, how to resolve that problem. Means what type of steps are required to resolve that issues. Next, defining the scope of the problem. Our approach differs in that our goal is to help users navigate to not detect, recognize errors. This shift in focus is motivated by the following reasons. First one, data confirming that the error detection and navigation can consume as much as one third of the time experienced users spend creating. Definitely, scope of the problem means when we refer so many problems. Suppose you have downloaded some 200 papers. Out of 200 papers, you need to find out what is the main limitation in those 200 problems. It okay? In many papers, the limitation may be same. So from 200 papers, you may contain some 50 limitations. So definitely you need to note down all your means different types of limitations related to your research domain. Then uh, set the context, define the research problem, propose a solution. Now setting the context. So by claiming centrality, why the field is important, by moving from general to specific, by reviewing relevant items in prior research. Definitely, why the field is important. It okay. Already we have observed what are the limitations. So from the limitations, miss which what type of limitations we are going to handle. That is first point. Second point, by moving from general to specific. So in introduction, usually we are giving some fundamental topics only. That is general, but that is maybe like first two paragraphs. But from third paragraph, we need to go to specific problem. Okay, in general and specific both are entirely different. Suppose eye disease is general, and glaucoma that is specific, like that. Okay, that is about second one. Third one, by reviewing relevant items in prior research. Definitely, we need to identify and review the related research which were already published. Okay. Set the context is one. Next, second one, define the research problem. So already we have discussed. Already you have identified 50 limitations from 200 papers. So from 50 limitations, the first one is by indicating a research gap. Means we need to observe, we need to identify, or we need to finalize what is a research gap. Research gap, because so many limitations are there. Why those limitations? Means what gap is there between existing and our research? That is nothing but research gap. Okay. Second one, by raising a research question. Okay. In some times, we can raise different types of doubts or questions related to those limitations. Okay, or by indicating that the work is part of a previously defined line of inquiry, which already I told limitations. So limitations means that method is applicable for some algorithm. Maybe the method is applicable or not for some other domain. It okay? So we need to check. We need to check. That is already proved for in one field, but it may or may not be applicable for some other field. So we are continuing the existing technology, and we are trying to apply the same algorithm for another field. Okay? That is nothing but third point. Fourth point, by making a counter claim, disagreeing with what has happened, what has been already published. Maybe sometimes some researchers miss knowingly or unknowingly give some miss some wrong result. So in such scenario, definitely we can claim so that algorithm is wrong because that algorithm gives some wrong results. In such scenario, definitely we can claim the existing algorithm is not perfect. Right, okay, some manipulations were happened. So to claim those things, again we need to implement and we need to prove the existing technology is not perfect. Okay. Third one, propose a solution. So always we are working for finding the limitations and drawbacks in existing technology. Definitely we need to do it. So after observing some limitations in existing technology, again we are responsible person to propose a solution. Means we are responsible for finding the problem as well as proposing a solution. Okay, so that is the last part in introduction part. So by outlining the purpose of the work and by describing present research and methods that apply, by describing principal findings and results, by indicating the structure of the research. Okay, so these are points are related to proposing a solution. Next one is okay. From introduction part, definitely we need to give some fundamental topics, fundamental points. After that, we need to find out the research gap. After that, we need to some points are related to how to handle that gap. That is about introduction. Now, literature's review. So, why write a literature review? What are the common mistakes in literature reviews? Questions a literature review should answer. Example of a poor literature review. Example of a good literature review. Frequently asked questions. Now, why write a literature review? What is the need? What the need means already some earlier researchers they have published some papers. When we are trying to propose a new solution, definitely we need to observe existing methods, methodology, and existing solutions. Then only we will gain some knowledge, and we will be in a position to propose a new solution. It okay? So for doing all these things, literature review plays a vital role. So first one, to evaluate prior work that has been done in your paper's research area. To show the relationship between different existing work, to show the relationship between existing work and our work. Is it okay? So this is nothing but literature review. Before going to propose a new one, first of all, we need to gather what type of algorithms are already proposed, what type of metrics are already taken, what type of values are already existing from various types of experimental result. It okay? Because already so many papers are published. So from those published papers, we need to get all the details. It okay? So that is nothing but literature review. So here you need to observe one point. When we start our research in 2025, we need to refer the published papers which were published from 2021 to 2025 only. Means we need to refer last 2 to 3 years maximum. It okay? Or you can take last 4 years also, but not beyond that. It okay? So that is very important. And what are the common mistakes in literature reviews? Is okay? Here, literature review becomes a summary of existing literature. Means, suppose, miss, I am doing some literature review on, miss, suppose, retinopathy. Retinopathy means suppose different eye diseases are existing in medical reports. Okay, different eye diseases, and retinopathy is one of the eye disease. So when I am doing a research on retinopathy, I should not touch the remaining eye diseases because there is no relationship between retinopathy and other eye diseases. So then, how can I touch the remaining eye diseases? that is not perfect. So when I am doing a research on retinopathy, each and every paper should be related to retinopathy only, those should not be related to other eye diseases. So that is nothing but no relationships are built. Means literature survey means every paper should belong to the same topic. It should not be related to different types of topics. Okay. Second point, no reasons are given for including a citation. Suppose I have referred some paper. That paper is related to some diabetes, but my work is related to retinopathy. So definitely there is no relationship between these two. So in such scenario, how can I cite that paper? How can I refer that paper? That paper is related to diabetes. My research work is related to retinopathy. So how can I refer that paper? That is very, very wrong step. Means no reasons are given for including a citation. Means he is my friend, that's why I have included. But ethically, that is 100% wrong. Means when that paper is related to retinopathy and my research work is also related to retinopathy, then definitely I can refer, no issue. But I am doing research on retinopathy, but when I am referring paper related to diabetes, how far it is acceptable? That is perfectly wrong. And next point, article is cited, but its content and the reason for being cited are not given. Means means I have cited some paper, but after citation, I have not given any justification why I have included that paper. I have not given any content. So those wrong things we should not entertain. We should not do in our paper. Right, okay? Next, review is exhaustive, citing both bad and good work with no distinctions being made. Review has too many general references. Yeah, too many general references. Suppose when you are doing research on retinopathy, but you have included all papers related to eye diseases. Eye diseases means different types of eye diseases are there. uh, Miss the all miss not all papers are related to retinopathy. In such scenario, how you are including such a generalized papers? May be related to eye disease related, but those are not related to retinopathy. In such scenario, we should avoid such papers. And the last point, review has too few specific references. Is it okay? Means when we are doing a research, when we are doing literature survey, we should refer maximum papers, not like two papers, three papers, or four papers, or 10 papers. At least we should refer 30 papers, 40 papers, 50 papers. If it is a PhD work, definitely 200 papers. Okay, these are some metrics related to how many number of papers we need to refer as a PhD scholar or as a researcher. Next one is methodology. Definitely, after observing what type of existing technology is available, is already published, and what type of metrics are available, what type of results are available. Uh, so by observing all these things in a literature survey, definitely already we have some knowledge about that specific domain. In such scenario, we need to apply our knowledge based on the literature survey only. Means we need to propose a new innovative means some algorithm or a process or a procedure, whatever it may be. So that is nothing but methodology. Okay, describe the research methods used in your study, such as experimental design, survey methodology, or qualitative interviews. Okay, that is about first point. Second point, explain why you chose a particular methodology and how it aligns with your research objectives. Okay, that is second one. Third one, address any ethical considerations such as informed consent, confidentiality, and potential conflicts of interest. Okay? These are important points related to a methodology. Means what type of algorithms or plan or process or procedure you are going to use in your experimental work, experimental work design or survey methodology or different types of interviews, those things. Okay, we need to mention what is your idea, what type of methodology it is. Okay. Second one, explain why you have taken that particular methodology. Is it okay? Why not others? Is it okay? What importance is there with your methodology? How it is different from existing? These things we need to give. And the third point, ethical consideration. Means suppose if your work is related to somebody, or if your work depends on others' work, in such scenario, we need to take consent from them, and we need to take permission from other researchers to continue the same research work. So these are comes under ethical considerations. Next. Addressing ethical considerations means informed consent. The importance of obtaining informed consent from means participants before the involvement in the study. Suppose some researcher already has collected some information, now we are continuing. Definitely, we should take the consent from the earlier researcher and take the permission on paper, and we can continue with the same data collection work. Is it okay? Like that, confidentiality and privacy. Suppose when we have taken some important data from some hospital, that data is related to a patient. Definitely we should maintain confidentiality. We should use that particular data for data analysis or data analytics only, not for other purposes. Definitely we should maintain confidentiality and privacy. Is it okay? That is about second one. Third one, minimizing harm and risk. Definitely, it should not be like harm, and it should not be create any risk. Okay, these are comes under ethics. Next, respect for participants' autonomy and dignity. Suppose when we are taking the data of a patient, definitely we should maintain some dignity and autonomy like that. Okay. Next, the last one, ethical responsibilities. Next, results. After methodology, definitely under methodology, we should propose some new algorithm, new process, or new architecture, or new procedure, or new process, or new formula, whatever it may be. It should be like innovative. Okay? It should be like innovative. So after doing all these things, experimental setup, everything is finished. Experimental work also finished. Then we need to take care about results. Okay. Only representative results essential for the discussion should be presented. Means, uh, suppose we have so many metrics, but out of suppose some 50 metrics are there, but out of 50 metrics, some 10 metrics are primary metrics, and the remaining 40 are secondary metrics. Okay, definitely we should discuss about those primary metrics only, because those are very important, very important. We should give the result, or we should concentrate on those primary metrics only. But we should also supply the secondary metrics also. Means those are like supplementary material, importance in supplementary material. So we should show the each and every metric, but in the main table we should take care about the primary metric only. Supplementary metric in maybe we can include in appendix, or we can include in some other tables. Is it okay? And that is about the first point. Second point, do not hide the data in the hope of saving it for a later paper. Please, usually in the research world, so many researchers are doing one common mistake. Suppose we have done some experimental work. That experimental work may contain the results of some 20 metrics. Is it okay? So in such scenario, what we are doing, we are means dividing 20 metrics into two parts. First part contains 10 metrics and second part contains remaining 10 metrics. And with the help of 10 metrics, we are writing one paper, and the second part, 10 metrics, we are writing another paper. Is it okay? But actually, those 20 metrics are related to a single problem definition. But unethically, we are dividing all 20 metrics into two parts, and we are trying to produce two different papers. We are thinking like it increases the count of papers. Right? Okay. If it is single means 20 metrics means single paper, 10 metrics means two papers. Maybe count is good, but that is unethical because all 20 metrics related to a single problem definition. So when all metrics are strongly binds with a single problem definition, definitely we should produce the results of all 20 metrics in a single paper only. Maybe the single paper size is 20 pages, 30 pages, or 40 pages, or 50 pages, whatever it may be. All metrics should be available in a single paper. That is nothing but second point. Do not hide the data. Okay? You should not hide the data. Whatever metric you have collected during practical implementation, each and every metric should be included in a single paper. You should not divide the single paper into multiple unethically. And the third point, use subheadings to keep results of the same type of together. Means subheadings. Okay? Maybe everything is main heading means it is very difficult. Sometimes we need to divide the entire content into different parts, and the different parts may contain different side headings. Is it okay? So that is nothing but fourth paper. And third point, fourth point. Tell a clear and easy to understand story. Right, okay? Because suppose if it is a English related research, means usually they are using some means very hard words. Means as a common man we cannot understand. Suppose some chemistry paper is there or some biotechnology paper is there. Usually when some researchers they are doing some technically strong words, definitely as a common man I cannot understand. So that is the reason tell a clear and easy to understand story. Means you need to explain in a easy way. You should not use some hard words and rare words. Okay? Because not every researcher strong in English. Okay? So that is the reason we should use some simple words. Just to conclusion, after results, definitely there is a need to give some discussion. Means different tables are there. From each and every table, we need to give some discussion. Metric one is good with respect to some algorithm, or metric two is good with respect to some other algorithm. Like that, we need to give some discussion, some comparison, some relation, something that is about discussion. After discussion, definitely it is for conclusion. Means already starting of the paper, you have written abstract of the paper. That is before practical implementation. But after practical implementation, you need to write conclusion and future enhancements. So what about conclusion? It tells how your work advances the field from a present state of knowledge. So definitely you are the responsible. You need to explain how your proposed methodology is best comparing with existing technology. Right, okay? How it is different, how it is advanced algorithm or technology. That is first point. Second point, without clear conclusions, reviewers and readers will find it difficult to judge the work and whether or not it merits publication in the journal. So when your conclusion is weak, automatically the reviewer will give a conclusion like the paper is not suggestible for journal publication. That is the reason you need to take care about the conclusion, uh, and you need to give many what is it comparisons and statistical numbers like that you need to include. Then the reviewer can easily understand about the merits from your paper. And the third point, do not repeat the abstract or just list experimental results. Okay? Do not repeat the abstract. Abstract is already closed. So the conclusion means that should be entirely different from abstract. Okay? Whatever you have achieved during practical implementation, you need to mention those points perfectly. Okay? That is nothing but conclusion. Next, fourth one, provide a clear scientific justification for your work and indicate possible applications and extensions. Is it okay? So definitely, you need to write some specific points and conclusions. After that, you need to write some enhancement. What is the scope of future enhancement? Is how the next reviewer, next researcher can continue with the same work. Okay, so you need to mention and you need to give some suggestions how the next researcher can continue the same work. Next, acknowledgement. Definitely, acknowledgement. In many cases, usually the PhD scholars, they are working with some other people. Other people means the researchers who are working in some research centers or some scientific centers or scientific labs. It is a scenario, and nowadays getting data is very very difficult task. So in such scenario, we need to work with other organizations and other people. So in such scenario, when we take help from others, we need to give our thanks to such contributors. So we need to include all those persons under acknowledgement. Okay? Under acknowledgement, you can write such type of supporters or advisors or financial supporters, proofreaders, type is some other who helps your research work. Definitely, you need to give some thanks to them. Next, references. Already we have discussed about miscitations and references. So when we are including some not related references, it is ethically wrong. Is it okay? Definitely, we should take care. Uh, we should include the perfectly suitable references. Right, again, already I have given one example. We are doing research on retinopathy, but we have included some references related to diabetes. That is ethically wrong. Right, okay, so we need to take care and we need to avoid such things. Okay. Second point, do not inflate the manuscript with too many references. And already I told, too many references is not good because some limitations are there. 20 references for Scopus conference papers. Maybe some journal paper, you can include some 60 references. If it is a PhD thesis work, definitely you need to write some 200 references. So these are some regular number. Okay. And third point, avoid excessive self citations. Okay, you are doing some research on some domain, but it doesn't mean always you should refer your work only. Means you have some idea on your work, but you should give respect to others' work also. So you need to refer other papers, and you need to try to get some knowledge from other works also. So in such scenario, the third point is avoid excessive self-citation. Okay, you can use self-citation, one paper or two papers, not like five papers and 10 papers. Is it okay? That is ethically wrong. Is it okay? Next, fourth point, avoid excessive citations of publication from the same region or same publisher or same author. This is also wrong. Self citation is wrong, and the fourth point also wrong. Means so many citations are related to same organization, or so many citations related to same region. Suppose all citations are related to Andhra, or all citations related to Delhi region, or Delhi NCR region, or all citations are related to Chandigarh region. To avoid such nonsense things. Okay? Next, copyright issues. You know very well. When we are writing something, each and every word should come from us only. Okay? We should not copy the content from anywhere. It could be notes, it could be paper, or it could be some project, or it could be like some journal paper, or it could be like some ISBN books, whatever it may be. Whatever content is there, that content belongs to that author only, author of the paper. So when you copy the content, it is comes under copyright issue. It okay? You will be in trouble. So my sincere suggestion: you should not copy the content from others. Whatever you want, you write on your own words. Next, retraction. Nowadays, retraction is a common word in the research world. It okay? Suppose knowingly or unknowingly you have done some mistake. Yes, you have copied some content or you have copied some image, whatever it may be. Definitely, if somebody raised the same issue, definitely the publisher will remove your paper. That is nothing but retraction, retracted. It okay? They will retract your paper. Means your paper is invalid. It is not like published. It is retracted. Retracted means that is not countable for your research work. Okay, but it makes bad impression on your research in future. So that is the reason you should check the content, you should check the co-authors. If everything is perfect, then only you should go for publication. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. Your paper will be retracted. Right, okay? So your paper will appear like this. Paper and one line like retracted. Okay, data fabrication and falsification. So nowadays so many cheaters are available in a research world. Means they are fabricating the result. Means without doing any practical implementation, they are fabricating something. It okay? They are knowingly or unknowingly giving some results. Definitely your research work will be in trouble when you do such nonsense things, data fabrication or data falsification. Whatever you want, you need to check the practical. If practically it is not good result, you should try again and again. Definitely, at some point you will get some good result. But it takes time. As a researcher, that is your job. That means ethically, you should follow some rules and regulations strictly. Means data fabrication or falsification is strongly prohibited. Okay. Next, plagiarism. You know very well. Suppose some content is there, you want to copy the content. So in such scenario, you should not copy. You should rewrite the content and place the same sentences in your paper. That is okay. That is acceptable. I'm talking about content, not method or methodology. Once methodology is published, you should not touch the same methodology once again. The plagiarism is considered a serious offense by our institute, by journal editors, and scientific community. That is the reason you should take care and your plagiarism should be less than 10. It okay? Definitely, it is a very, very serious issue. Plagiarism may result in academic charges, but will certainly cause rejection of your paper. When plagiarism is more, definitely your paper will be rejected, and plagiarism will hurt your reputation in the scientific community. Definitely, plagiarism plays a vital role. You should take care about plagiarism. Right, okay? And multiple submissions. Multiple submissions are also strongly prohibited. Means suppose when you submit your paper to one journal or conference, you should wait for result. If it is rejected, definitely you can submit to some other conference or some other journal. So multiple submissions are not ethical. Duplicate publication is definitely you will be in soup. You will be in trouble. Don't do such nonsense things. Okay. Okay. These are from my side.